Yeah, I'm kind of... I thought some of it at least came out on day one, but apparently I was incorrect. Route 1, 2, 5, and 6 are sealed. Okay. Did Minamimoto do that? I don't think that's the euphemism you wanted. Yeah, that is the worst thing to say. What kind of gun is that? I do find it interesting that apparently Minamimoto doesn't want any of the other Reapers touching the players. Karia? What? Something happened, and apparently it actually made Karia get briefly serious. Who is he on the phone with? They can't call anybody.
Huh?
Joshua, you're not even attempting to not be shady. Time limit at... Wait, did the mission already come? To be fair, that was from Honeycomba, who is actively in the game. And by request by Maverick, let me see if I can find the way out. He wanted me to leave without scanning Joshua. Because Neku has a little sass when you do that. And the game, of course, shoves it back in your face that you need to scan him to progress. Thankfully, what I appreciate is that when Joshua is up, you can't actually scan anybody else. This looks like it's gonna be another memory flash. Okay, it's that same place we saw before. That's new! That part is new! Yeah. Forget being passed out in Utagawa, why did a player pin get dropped on him? Well, that would actually match up with the player pin, come to think of it. Neku, your paranoia is getting away with you. Whatever's going on, Neku is really determined to finish the game this time. You know, I guess to be fair, he actually knows what's going on going in this time. Wait, we just got the mission? How did Joshua know what the time limit was then?
Who you were, how much have you been paid? Take it easy, RELAX. Would you like to have something to drink? To tell you the truth in this contract, I don't care about anything but me. I just want the cash transferred to my account, cause it make me feel alright.
Joshua!
I'm busy, dizzy, lazy, got a global eyes, a growing mind. Above all, I'm wise, I'm very well organized. Make me a compromise. Watch me rise high for the last time. See how this connection works. Information goes back and
Does anybody else get the feeling he's not actually taking this seriously?
shadows grow longer, linger for better. You'll never know what eternal decadence means. Yeah. Huh. Come on. He's got opinion, a posted suggestion, but never reveals his name. Read by someone, taken as a good one, but nobody knows who wrote it. Few lies of the sentence line, anonymity annoying me all the
There's
time.
that her
It's
again.
like a two-channel.
Oh, hey, we're actually getting background. Maybe we'll actually know what's going on. Hey, it's Beat! Apparently he did survive long enough for us to kill the GM. Hey! Oh my god, that actually is a snakeskin coat. Sir, the 90s called. Conductor and composer. The 90s sent him here because they didn't want him. So apparently the very top dog of the Reapers is this composer. And Megumi here is at least one down? And only one person can come back to life this time. Well, that's rude. I've always heard it pronounced Megumi. B?
What?
And this is why Beat accosted the two. Well, sort of. That's a weird way of saying it. Are we sure this guy didn't come from the 90s? Yeah, that much was pretty blatantly obvious that the composer's got better authority than, or more authority than he does. This is what Hanakoma mentioned before. I'm not taking that bet. That's a sucker's bet. But then again, that seems a little too intelligent for Beat. Yeah, she does, but Neku's been the one who's actually supported her, and she's seen him open up. She knows he's the first person, or she's the first person he's ever opened up to, so she doesn't want to abandon him. Also, I note that references to the composer are always capitalized. Neku can be a real sweetheart when he wants to be. Oh, Shiki. God, that smile. And this is why Neku had that kind of odd amnesia, because his entry fee were actually his memories. Because to Neku, what was most important was himself. Or, to use some of the words Megumi said, what was most important to Neku was his identity. Though apparently, not everything was taken as the entry fee. This also explains why he suddenly knows a lot more about Shibuya. This isn't too out there. Because we do have repressed memories as trauma, or it could be that Neku's death was so onset he didn't even realize what happened until he was already dead. I mean, considering everything going on, it is kind of suspicious, but... at the same time, it's understandable that he might be missing that as well. Yep. And this is what the her was about when Neku first hit the scramble. Shiki is now Neku's entry fee. Which means that if Neku loses, then Shiki gets erased as well. Yeah! I don't like Megumi very much. Yeah, if you haven't got the idea that Joshua's kind of a jackass yet, this should remove any doubt in your mind. And keep in mind, we're stuck with this guy for the whole week. If the noise doesn't get him, I feel like Neku will. That said, there's something charming in the worst way about the fact that Joshua is not even attempting to hide the fact that he's a complete jerk. Fire the square root of 3 AU pin. I'm pretty sure AU means gold? At least I think that's the square root of 3. I think that's what that symbol means. So, something with a number and gold. We got 300 minutes to finish it. Fortunately, I have no idea about square roots anymore. So wow, Joshua didn't even flinch about the clock. Something to do with a gold pen. It's the number that I'm missing. Maybe? Like I said, I literally remember nothing about square roots or how they're calculated or anything. I know they exist, that's literally all I know. Holy... Wow. You weren't kidding when you said that Neku was good at math. Wow, Neku. You got that just off the top of your head? So we'll say 1.73. So what I do remember about math is for these cases at least you round up to the 100th digit. Or whatever you call it. So it'd be 1.73 gold pen. Joshua, you're gonna get punched in the face before this week is over, I'm sure. Luckily, most of Neku's anger is internalized. That seems unnecessarily confusing. You would have to live here to be a Reaper here, right? Why would you use random numbers instead of the actual street name? I don't get the joke. Like, if there's supposed to be a joke in that when he's actually meaning Route 3, I don't get it. The road that I literally have no idea where it is because the brand map doesn't label what each of the districts are. Ah. Yeah, that's something I would have never gotten because I have never heard it pronounced root until I met you. It was always route. No, that's a terrible joke. So, what I know is that we need to go to a road somewhere. We're probably not gonna get this because it's optional, but what do you want? Just out of curiosity. Oh yeah, he wants us to dress Joshua up in specific clothing. Which, I barely have any clothes because I haven't actually been buying any, so you can't do that. Though the crack about the brave is because some of the natural puppy stuff takes quite a bit of bravery to wear. Okay, did I miss an entrance somewhere? Did I not go far enough? Yeah, I didn't go far enough. We gotta go this way. Here we go. Which would be the 2 noise, because there's only 2 actual characters here. Okay. Also, you notice all the chunk noise vanished when I hit those 2. You can't chain different types of noise together.
Watch yourself.
I keep trying to use the partner pin before that's actually booted. Joshua's gonna be significantly more difficult to get. maybe not. Thinking he's gonna be significantly more difficult to get sync with, but maybe not as much as I thought.
How's my aim?
I had to do it reverse how I did it with Shiki. Also, yep, these are the sickle weasels in noise form. Joshua's command is being a lot more responsive than I actually expected it to be. I'm a little surprised.
Have fun, Neku.
So yeah, if they go into that tornado, they completely disperse whatever attack you actually had going on with them.
So, who's next?
What do I get? I got a couple of pins. Interesting. Oh god, that's horrible. Why? Why would you do that? I forgot this happened. I think I've said it before, but I don't like 10 pen.
You were. How much have you been paid? Take it easy. RELAX. Would you like to have something to drink?
Like, I don't think there's anything objectively wrong with it, it's just definitely not my style of minigame. So I absolutely hate when I actually have to play it. So that's why Karia flipped. So here is another type of noise. They are very descriptively called taboo noise. And as Karia pointed out, these noise actually hunt down Reapers instead of players, though they are perfectly happy to attack players as well. Though I find it kind of interesting that Karia was right on top of that.
Hi there. Thanks a bunch.
As you can see, a lot of this requires quite a bit of bravery. Because it's fairly feminine. So this would actually be really good to put on Joshua for the moment.
Come back soon.
Also, you can see that Shiki took whatever I had equipped with her. I actually tend to prefer the threads that give HP bonuses, considering you can just food up as many stats as you want. Well, don't you look different?
Whoa.
Yeah, he seems that way, doesn't it?
Watch yourself.
So, meet the Taboo Noise. They are nasty, nasty little buggers.
My aim. Yeah.
They are significantly stronger than normal Noise. As you can see there from the hit Neku just took from one.
Yeah. Hey. There. Yeah.
You can also see they're quite a bit more durable than most Noise are. Which is actually a good point for the fusion attack. Also, interesting thing is the back of these cards have wings on them.
Follow my lead. Screw that.
I did not know that, so thank you for that, a bit of information, Maverick. Also, here we seeing a game having an interesting definition of
How's my aim?
empty space again. Yeah, we'll say I do not like Taboo Noise because they're mostly irritating to fight.
How's my
It wasn't
aim? Hey.
too bad in the DS version because the way the puff worked. But as you can see, it's going to be a little bit worse in this one. Especially considering the partner actually has a limited number of attacks they can use before they have to boot. I do think the Taboo Noise are gorgeous, though. But as Joshua pointed out with the black noise comment, any monochrome noise are Taboo Noise. All normal noise are colored. Sleep well, Mav. This goes for their little picture in, or the little image when you're scanning as well, but you have to be very careful because Taboo Noise will actually attempt to fly to Neku and touch him. Which is being pointed out right here. Let's see, if there's one around here, I'll see if I can show it.
Open up your senses.
There's a lot of sharks, a lot of wolves, a frog. There's no Taboo Noise.
Open up your senses.
There's a pig. Still don't have the capacity to kill those, though. I guess they don't start regularly showing up for a while. Well, we can't get to Spain Hill right now, so I guess we're not doing that. Let's get this over with. Sonic became a Reaper, oh no! Maybe the composer just wants it to actually be a fair attempt. The fact that Reapers can't directly attack players and instead have to use noise is a pretty good bit of evidence to that. Also, this is a really nasty mission because you can actually fail this mission. If somebody else wins the pin, I guess you just all die. Yeah, Joshua's not even gonna attempt to help. And it briefly looked like somebody just smacked Niku on the butt there. Oh, it's this kid. Yeah, kinda. So this is the shooter the other guy mentioned. And he's basically like a parody of all of the game-based animes. I still hold to the fact he's kind of like if Yugi and Jonochi had a kid. Joshua, stop that! Though for some reason he reminds me of Yuma a little bit as well. Though actually, come to think of it, did we actually confirm that some kind of gold pin was going to be the prize for winning this? Or are we just kind of assuming? Wouldn't tournaments like this have a posted list of prizes somewhere? Oh, he reminds me of Yuma a little bit. That... Dear God, my eyes. Yeah, I'm with Neku here. I feel like everything Joshua does is just to irritate Neku at this point. Also, this is the other reason I don't really like this kid. I get it's supposed to be just enthusiasm, but... how do the controls work for this? Hold the R button to aim it, the arrow will show, and then let go. No, I'm biased for a completely different reason, which we're unfortunately going to see later on. So X, Y, and B do something. I just threw myself off because I accidentally killed his pen.
You lose.
No. I really do not. Honestly, I don't even think that it's the game itself that I hate so much. It's just presented so poorly. Because I really, really hate games that zoom in your camera a ridiculous amount. Also, the other issue I have with what he brought up here is that every pen is different, and there's like 100 pens in this game. So it's like you're actually playing a Yu-Gi-Oh game, except it's made into a minigame in a different game that has a much better gameplay style. Which is probably the whole issue, because if 10 Pin Slammer was its own game, I probably wouldn't care as much, but... I guess I'm just annoyed because there's too much depth and requirement for a minigame in a main game. Then again, there is Triple Triad in that one Final Fantasy game, so... maybe it's just me. So this kid is a Taru. Also, how do you mod a pen? Okay. Yeah, I will actually fully admit part of my salt might be coming from the fact that I recently picked World of Warcraft back up, and they have an extremely terribly done sort of little side thing. And I mean, it's horribly designed, but it's required to do no less than 7 times for the actual main plot. That's Joshua Y. I will admit I don't really mind minigames being like plot introduced, but there really should be a way to skip the minigame if you don't want to do it. I don't think it was so much dumb luck as the fact that my opponent seemed to intentionally fling his own pins off the side. Then again, I did that myself, so who am I to judge? Neku, don't fall down the rabbit hole. So it is kind of cute that he's actually getting into this. Got this far, won one match because my opponent was incompetent. No. Yeah, they didn't even make you play the game, thankfully. I thought they did, but I guess not. I don't remember if this is correct or not, but I think another reason that I didn't like this is I'm pretty sure you have to get specific pins for 10-pin Slammer to actually be any good at it. And they're pins that aren't actually any good in combat. So you have to basically equip dead slots on Neku to level them up to make it decent in 10-pin. At least that's what I recall about a couple of them. It might be that they're not dead slots, they're just like pins with ridiculously complicated mechanics. I just remember actually Joshua, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? I just remember that I actually did try to get into it in the DS game, and I just got so tired of trying to get the pens leveled up to actually be good at 10-pin Slammer. Hey, look at that! We know him. And since he lost and that guy won, the mission timer went away. And you know what that means. So yeah, apparently Soda and Nao here died at some point before this week. I kind of disagree, Joshua, because while it doesn't matter, you can never guarantee that someone else will do it. You should still give yourself a shot. Or rather, give it a shot yourself. Though come to think of it, if Minamimoto made that a mission, does he actually like it? Because that's a hilarious thought. Anyway, thankfully, I believe that is the only required play of Tin Pin, and as we saw, it didn't actually require me to make any kind of effort. That's a little ominous, Joshua. Okay, apparently Joshua didn't just mess with the pins, he straight up went full sabotage. He literally stole the pins off of the people we were playing. So that's why that one dude was so incompetent. I think he actually did give us the pins too. I think we got some new ones to use. Because he's a jackass, Deku, we've established this. Why do I not believe that? Yeah, that's why Joshua was not even the slightest bit concerned, because he just straight up sabotaged the competition. I guess we can't say Joshua's not taking this seriously, though I wonder how he got copies of the pins those guys were using. Whoa. Huh, X is a shortcut to the scan. I did not know that. Yeah, you can see why I'm not overly fond of these. This requires you to scratch an enemy, which is basically this, but you have to actually get it to register that you're scratching that enemy. This one might not be too bad though. Empty space. I really need to unlock more of the deck for Neku. Okay, so he wanted the dogs. We're not getting that way. Unfortunately, I think that's the way for the shop I'm looking for. Oh no! So were you just standing there the whole time? Was he in the stands and we just didn't notice? No comments from the peanut gallery. Though really, why wouldn't they? There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of things to set up for the Reaper's game? Just scatter some noise, make a mission, put some walls? That doesn't seem like it would really require that much time. I really love you, Minamimoto.
You've seen its foundation, holding up a ragged nation. You know it in your mind, what it's like and how it lies. You want the right resolution, the right to get another portion. You know now is the time to get ready for detonation.
Walked away to pick up the megaphone again.
Reality is full of immorality. Retreaters they cheer, the diffusers it get crushed, that's what they
I don't know why, but the idea of him turning to walk away to pick up a megaphone that's like hanging on the fence and then screaming at all the players in it is hilarious. Also, I don't know why, but even though he's even worse than Higashizawa was with his little quirk, I somehow find the math quirk 10 times hilarious than the food quirk. Has it, Neku? He's literally screaming into a megaphone. Are you sure your head stopped pounding?
holding up a ragged nation. You know it in your mind, what it's like and how it lies. You want the right resolution, the right to get another.
Maybe it's because with Higashizawa, food references can be used in a less innocent way. And obviously that's not intended even remotely. It's just supposed to be the cute little quirk, but I just don't find it funny, as funny as I do the math one. So apparently Minamimoto is stalking us in particular. Oh. Hey, Beat. What you got there? But even you're not that stupid, Beat. Come on. I think it was that noise pen he was holding in his hand there. Yeah, definitely. That's the pen we saw before.